Ebon.
And I'm William.
And welcome to another episode of the Thick and Thin Podcast.
Oh yeah, it's me. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode. We're back in studio. We tried to do a podcast on the road yesterday, going to Los Angeles, but technology has not been nice to me lately.
Aww.
You know, like I'm having like, I don't know, it's like everything that can go wrong will go wrong. It's the Murphy's Law of technology I'm going through right now. Like I'm having trouble with text messages, like iMessage, like both iMessage and text message. The stupid iCloud thing with our last episode took 3 days to upload. It's like, and then we tried to do a video podcast in the car, and like I use like the watch to make sure it's lined up and everything on the video on the phone. And the stupid thing about the watch, if you have the watch, if you have the video up on your watch and that goes away, it just stops the recording.
The video,
it's like, what? Who made this?
Yeah.
Did you test this at all, or did you just like, let's just do this feature and just here it is?
That's a stupid flaw it has.
Oh, it was so infuriating. So yeah, we went to Los Angeles. What we were going for was one of our favorite restaurants called Cole's, originator of the French dip. It's closing down. Their last weekend is going to be next weekend. But we were like, well, if we're going to drive 6.5 goddamn hours to and fro to Los Angeles, we might as well make a day out of it. So we decided to go to LACMA, the Los Angeles County Museum of Arts.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was when we realized that Kohl's isn't even open till 2.
Yeah, that was a part of it too.
Yeah.
So we're like, well, let's get down there, like noonish, and then spend a couple hours in the museum, and then we'll go to Kohl's, and we'll call it a day. We'll be home by 6. Was the plan. We're like, the dogs will be fine. We'll be home by 6.
Absolutely nothing went to plan.
Very little went to the museum is about all that went to plan.
Yeah, and thank goodness, because otherwise it would have been a wasted trip.
It would have been a completely wasted trip. So, first of all, that genuinely might have been our last trip to Los Angeles.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
That, like, the traffic going there, traffic leaving, it was just like, none of this makes sense. And it's just beyond frustrating. It's just like, you look up, how long is it going to take to get there? Hour and a half to the museum. And then it took us 2:15 probably at least to get there.
It was rough.
It was so infuriating. And that's what, like, people are always like, how often do you go to LA? It's like, never. Because it's not worth go. Like, you spend 3-4 hours driving there and back. You spend $30 on parking. If you go to more than one place, it's going to be $30 in parking. Our tickets to the museum were probably the most reasonable part of the trip. It was $28 a person. I thought that was genuinely a reasonable cost for a museum. But like, if we would have gotten a meal at all, it would have been another $60. So it's just like, I don't know, man. It's becoming less and less of a place to visit.
It's becoming it's more trouble than it's worth kind of spot now. Just traffic.
Like, I would rather just stay home with you and like just watch TV or play video games, or like genuinely, like I would much rather do that. Like the things that we did were fun, but it's like, it's just coupled with the stress of driving there. Just driving there, really. And again, like, the expenditures are they're high. You can't park for free anywhere. I don't know. It was just, yeah. So, despite that, I mean, the museum was cool.
Yeah.
I'd never been before. Had you gone before?
The patio area looked familiar, but the inside didn't. So I'm thinking I've at least been in the outdoor area. Yeah. Less certain about the inside.
I feel like every museum looks the same. Like any art museum is just going to be like a white walled, like wood floor.
Though that area with the light posts specifically looked familiar to me. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like, if you've been to more than one art museum, it's probably like they're probably pretty much the same. Like I said, like white walls, wood floor. Mm-hmm. There's a few benches that are not like notable whatsoever.
They don't want to detract from the art.
Exactly. And that is I think the quintessential like art museum. Mm-hmm. It's like there's no other distractions. Mm-hmm. It's nice and cool. That was the best part.
It was nice and cool. Crispy.
It was nice. So, I mean, first of all, good on the museum for not holding us to our time that we were supposed. We got
the reservation. Yeah,
we got noon tickets. We got there at 1:15.
Yeah.
But like we kind of assumed that wouldn't be that big of a deal for them. I can't imagine that they're like bringing in droves of people that they need to like
crowd control for.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody cares about art anymore, really.
Sadly.
Yep. But understandably so, because we went through the entirety, I think, of what was available to us. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, I feel like there's only so much old shit you can see. Like you're going to run out of old shit to see. So if you're going to...
mean with this museum in particular or museums in general?
Just in general.
Well, yeah. Like if you go to how many museums are in the world though? Like
I don't know. But it's like, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like there's going to be certain things like Picasso is going to be in all of your art museums. It might be different pieces, but it's like you're going to kind of see it, whatever. You've seen a Picasso, you've seen a Picasso. You know what I mean? And there's like German expressionism and all this extra stuff, and it's like I feel like once you see it, it's like you can like almost point it out and be like, that's that kind of art. Mm-hmm. This is this kind of art, and you've kind of seen it. So that's where like modern art comes into play.
Oh God!
Because you, like, if you've seen enough art, then it's like, okay, I want to see like the newest stuff. I want to see stuff that's being newly produced.
You do, and then you don't.
Yeah. Is there like a huge divide in the art community between modern and like?
I don't know, but based on the output of art, there has to be.
Yeah.
Because. And I don't know what the formal definition of what's considered modern art, but for me, what I saw, I want to say stuff from like 1950s and current was like, I don't get it.
I mean, like, Picasso is like a 60s.
I mean,
I know, right? Blows your mind.
No, I mean, I know he died in like the 70s, but the majority of his stuff was made in the early 20s.
Oh, yes, okay. Yes. All right. I don't know.
The bulk of his popular quote unquote stuff was early 20th century. Yeah.
And here's the thing, a lot of the like older stuff, like I think the like true like art installations we saw were like 1900s on, like 1900 on. Like there was there was like the history like part that we went into first, which was probably our favorite part if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Which was like there was, what do they call it, Mesoamerican.
Was that the first part?
I think so. Like Mayan stuff.
Yeah. You're right.
Mayan stuff and like Japanese old shit and like the Buddhist stuff, like Indian, that kind of Nepal, a lot of stuff from those countries. And I feel like I'm missing something.
I mean, that was the bulk of the front half of the stuff. Yeah.
That's cool because it's old as hell.
Yeah.
And you're like, dang, they made this in the year 900.
Yeah.
Like,
and
what?
Just the fact that it's preserved, that it's intricate, and they don't have like the tools and stuff that we do. So it's like, how do they do this? Like,
yeah. And I think one of the things that they had posted there was obviously like a lot of like Chinese script and Japanese script. And they were saying that one of the postings was like the oldest like known use of like Japanese script was like 1000 to 1600 BC, which is wild. Like what the hell? Yeah. And they're still using that language today.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Like I know China, we have our ups and downs with them, but dog, they've been around.
Their history goes deep.
Yeah, I mean,
and the fact that a lot of their history is like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like documented, like
yes.
there's still stuff from then.
Yeah,
you know, it's not.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, you can't necessarily
theorized.
do that with like the African cultures. Like you might be able to like.
I mean, I hope so, but I hope that stuff is in museums there, like not here.
I would hope, but
yeah.
I mean, I don't.
We don't hear about it as
much.
Right,
and I feel like just based on like the general attitude historically toward like Africa,
True.
I just feel like they'd be like,
it's just like, oh, that's the place to go rape resources.
Right,
so,
exactly.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Exactly. So, I don't know. That was mind blowing to see like. This was made like 600 years BC. It's like, whoa, dude. Yeah. And then it's like bronze statues and stuff. It's like, how did they figure this out?
And, like with soft edges molding bronze and yeah.
Or even like the wood carvings. It was like, that doesn't look like wood.
Not at all.
I don't know how they did it. There are some phrases we need to look up, like gilding, schisting or whatever, shisting, whatever it was.
Yeah, some terms I'd never even heard of.
Yeah. So the first part we went into with all the old stuff, where we really took our time, like looking at stuff. Sure. Like this is amazing. A lot of like big like statue heads that were really cool, and we were like, dang, this is crazy. Like it's come from Vietnam in 10th century or whatever. Like crazy. But in that same building, they had like modern Japanese or Asian art. And the moment we set eyes on it,
I was like, this
isn't the same vibe as all that other stuff.
It really is.
Oh, the scrolls with the pictures on it were super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that stuff is so cool. But I don't know, the modern stuff, it was just like, here's this Japanese character, but blurred. Like
somebody dipped a paintbrush on a white canvas with some black paint and just went.
Yeah, here's a Japanese symbol for equality, but it's blurred. Do you get it? It's like,
or there were some that were like, I assume multiple characters, but they were overlapping, and I'm like, well, this just looks like a mess. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I could read Japanese, I couldn't make out. It just looked like somebody threw in the washing machine something that wasn't supposed to be washed or something. I don't know.
It looked like art for people that are not Japanese.
So they're banking on you're just going to trust it. And
you're just like looking at the characters and you're like, that looks cool. And like, it's, it's... Because if you did that in English of just like writing words down a canvas, we'd be like, what the hell is this? Like...
I mean, whatever language it is, it looks... To me, it looked like it required all of the skill and thought of a 3-year-old with a paintbrush in the hand.
There were genuinely some that looked like stick figures.
And it's like...
Yeah.
Again, art is in the eye of the beholder.
You need to stop saying that, because I feel like there's a point where...
Well, and that's the
thing. Just like comedy, some things are objective. Seinfeld, objectively funny. But whatever you think about it, it's an objectively funny show.
But the thing is like, I don't want to discount what somebody might find artistic, because something that I think is really cool, or somebody else might be like, well, that everybody was doing that in that time. I don't know.
I suppose.
I don't know enough about the nuances of types of art to just be able to be like, that's lame. Like, I just don't get it. How's that?
But at the same time, I feel like any given person should be able to look at it and go, oh, that's good, or that's cool, or like, okay, like I get what they're doing. But a lot of times we look at it like, okay, and it's just like, this is just a splotch. Like, I know like Pollock was the thing, but there were some of his in there, and again, we were like, I'm pretty sure I could do this.
Yeah.
Like, but people they can pick out a Pollock, or they can decipher like, oh, this is not a Pollock.
Okay.
But I don't know, like, again, we don't know, but I should be able to look at it and go, that took skill.
But define takes skill.
The average person couldn't do it. And I feel like the average person could do a version of
I was
polish.
going to say all of the latter half of the 20th century stuff, I'm like, then by that definition alone, that cuts off all that.
I would agree. Yeah. Well, like early 1900s. Oh, you said the latter half of the 20th. Yeah, for sure. And especially when it gets to like the modern stuff of like 2020 onward, it's like, oh, you just did this in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Like they're like, it's a collage. It's like, I guess it's just a Photoshop.
Maybe it could have helped me in my remedial art eye, quote unquote, if these modern things that are going over my head give me a placard with some history, like this embodies how I was feeling after blah blah blah. Like take me there, like put me in your shoes a little bit. But a lot, like
even then I go, you're an artistic douchebag.
But even then I'm like, okay, that's something I can kind of okay, that's something to ponder, and let me tilt my head and look at it again. But a lot of those things are just like untitled. Well, it's like, well,
to not title your work is crazy.
And I'm like, I know you're still living. Like, it's not like we found these pieces posthumously or what. It's like, help me understand, help me get in your mind.
Yeah, because some of them, the title would be like,
girl with the orange vase, but at least that's a picture of a lady with an orange vase that I can see or make out,
sort of. Yeah, sometimes that surrealism is like, I see orange. Yeah. I definitely see orange. Yeah. Even like Picasso, when it's like, this is a portrait of a woman, you're like,
okay,
if I tilt my head
and squint, I can see two eyes and a smash to the side nose, you know.
Right.
But even with Picasso, even though a lot, his signature things look funny and sideways and very geometrical, it's like, okay, well, I can identify that as Picasso, as a Picasso. It's I just went to Costco. That's why that came out. He has an indelible style. Although his faces are weird, it's like, okay, I can see what the thing is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And once you've seen enough of them, you go, oh, this is intentional.
Yeah.
And I think that takes skill to like recreate your style in doing different things. That is a skill. I guess you could say Photoshop is a skill, but if you can go learn your skill on YouTube, I don't know, man. Like, that's not the same thing.
I mean, I don't know.
Unless you're putting it together, like cutting stuff out of magazines and like I'll be like, okay, like I'll give you that.
Decoupage?
It's still, it's like, it's still stupid, but at least you're like doing something. You're not just sitting at a computer. It's like, that's not, I don't know. That doesn't, it's weird.
It's, I don't know. I kind of pointed out yesterday that I feel like with modern art is like me with poetry. Like a lot of it is just like,
yeah.
I don't get it.
I just don't get it, man. Abstract art is very hit or miss for me. Like sometimes I'll like look at something that's obviously abstract and I go, oh, that's cool. But then you point out, you're like, oh, it's just because it's got bright colors. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just a fucking dork that's just like, ooh, bright colors.
Well, in some of these, again, latter 20th century stuff, the stuff that it seemed like we liked, there was an element of balance or symmetry. It had colors that were pleasing to the eye. So I still don't necessarily see the quote-unquote art in it, but I'm like, this is pretty. This is pleasing to my eyes.
Yes,
like,
and that would be the extent of it. I would never be like, I see the window to two different souls in this photo. It's just like, you know what I mean? I would never like try to come up with that because I don't think that's what the artist is. I mean,
like, some of them could be. I don't know. Some of them squiggles might have been that.
I guess, dude. I don't know. Like the one, like it was like one of the last pieces I think we saw, that like big mural that was like really colorful. But you look at it and you go,
not the Paris one.
Not the Paris one.
Oh, the traffic one, Mulholland Drive one.
Nope, not that one.
Okay, I can't remember. Which one then.
It was like, I think it was in like around where like that African American stuff was. And it was like bright greens and like, but you couldn't make out anything on it. There was like nothing.
Yeah. I do remember that one.
It was like, I tried to be like, is that, no.
Was it like the kind of darker hue one on tarp?
Yes. Maybe.
Or was it before that? Right before that?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. And they're all the same. But, it was just like, at least give me one thing that I can point to and be like, oh, that's a car, or that's a light post, or that's a person. Like a lot of it's just like, motions, and it's just
speaking of, in the Pan-African wing, that one that was like, it was just, I don't know if it was one lady or two ladies underwater. That looked super. It was it almost looked so precise that I almost thought it was a photo, and then we realized it was a painting.
We had to question if it was
so good
a photo. So the art is out there.
Yeah,
it's there.
Yeah.
So, but it's like, why isn't there more of that? That's like, because that was amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
The ripples in the water. It was perfect.
Yeah.
And it's like, somebody easily could have just done that as a photo.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't, and it's like, that's the art right there. Is it like, I don't know, like, sometimes we walk past something and I go, yeah, that's just a well framed photo. Is that art? I don't know. Like, I guess.
I mean, with photos, I can give a pass. I mean, I can see the art in photos because that the photographer at least considered lighting and shadow. Like, there was a certain skill of being able to have an eye for something that your average person wouldn't have.
That's fair.
I can consider a photographer or a photograph art, because it's not just like,
it might have been.
I mean, it might have been, but again, like, there had something about that. They saw a light or a pop of color, like something grabbed them to where they were like, that would make a great piece, or whatever.
Yeah. Plenty of nudity if that's your what you need to go see.
There was lots of boobs.
There was lots of boobs
carved in statue boobs and in painting boobs.
Yeah, it makes me wonder what boobs looked like in the 9th century. Is like, were they all pointed and perky?
Even in Picasso's weird, like, I was like, oh well, there's titties right there. Like, I can make those out. Like,
yeah, titties and lots of dicks in the Indian stuff.
Oh yeah,
like blue-balled, blue-shafted, but
literally blue.
Yeah, literally blue, and bright red dick tips.
Which is, I mean, I don't know what cultural significance that has, but that was interesting.
But also, again, like, what did nude people look like back? Like, were things that different? Like, did nobody have saggy boobs and a flesh-colored wiener? I don't know.
Speaking of the saggy boobs thing, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. There is a school of thought, and I don't know if it's been tested or scientifically backed, but there is a school of thought that the reason why modern women get saggy boobs is because we've spent our life supporting them with bras. And we have not conditioned or developed those muscles to support, because bras they're a relatively modern thing.
Right.
Because,
I mean, you'd have like your, like, before that, they would have had the things
like
that
corsets.
squeeze.
I'm talking about way before that, like centuries.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that probably would have been the earliest version of it, right? Like, when there were dresses and stuff.
Right. So because our bodies have not been conditioned and posture and things to adjust to support your boobs, that's why they now sag, apparently.
I have two things to say about this. First of all, I fully endorse women not wearing bras.
Oh my gosh. To a point.
100%. Nope. It's either all or nothing. All or nothing,
You say
baby.
that now.
I'm here for it. 2, forgot.
Refer to number 1, apparently.
Refer to number 1. 3. No. Number 2. I've seen the African documentaries.
Okay.
They got saggy tits too.
Like I said, I don't know if this is a verified scientific thing, but there is a school of thought of that.
Like, I've watched National Geographic enough as a teenager to realize that
that's fair.
I think it's more motherhood that does it.
Well, that's fair too.
They're going to grow, and then you don't need the milk anymore. So where else do they have to go but down?
That's fair.
Like, unless you have like titty like strengthening exercises that can. I don't know.
Like I said, it was just a theory I'd heard, and I kind of wondered, like, really? Is that?
Maybe. I mean, I guess I think maybe you would be missing out more on like core strength than like not having saggy tits.
I mean, true, but I mean, like you pointed out, like, motherhood usually makes women's breasts grow. Obviously, depending on your size to begin with. I mean, the more you have, the more gravity gonna pull on. So there's that. skin loses its elasticity as you age, so there's that. But, you know.
Yeah, I suppose we do just, like, have bigger women more in modern times as opposed to, like well, there's going to be not
obesity is a thing,
right, yeah. Exactly, which is, you know, has increased over the last 100 years, probably. So I'm sure that comes into play, too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Even in the modern art, there was some boobage.
Oh, yeah. I do remember some. Okay.
Yeah, but no dicks. It's like, what are we doing here?
Because I want equality, modern,
guys.
Modern, especially Western culture, protects y'all's stuff.
Where are the dick artists?
I don't know.
I need some dick art. But that just seems, it does seem like juvenile. It's like the kid it's like, you ever seen Superbad? Where he's drawing the dicks in his notebook? Like, that's what it seems like when you start putting dicks in. There was the one, well, that wasn't modern. The one with the guy going through himself. Like, what was that called? It was called Suicide. He had his dick and balls out.
Oh, I didn't pay attention to see if the artist was obviously a male or female, like a name.
I don't know. I do not know. I would assume that was like a himself kind of thing. So I imagine it was a man, but
we never know.
Never know. But yeah, there was a piece named after moi, yours truly.
Oh yeah, Sweet William.
Sweet William.
Go ahead and describe it. Did you take a picture of it?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I could even put it up here on the the podcast after I give it my description. It looked like all of the barbecues my dad has owned over the years melted into one clump of shitty metal.
I thought it was like car doors or something because it was kind of big, wasn't it?
It was pretty big, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's like they just took car parts and stuff, and they were just like, I'm just gonna glue this on here and hit it with a hammer.
See, a piece like that, I would want history. Like, why have you named it Sweet William? What was the inspiration here?
Yeah, I actually, the photo I took, since iPhone cameras are so good, I did get the plaque, and you can zoom in on it, so we'll have to look at what it says.
Okay. In that same room, before I forget, a wall, because the Sweet William was in the center.
Yeah.
Remember the two doors? You enter one.
That was stupid.
So stupid.
So stupid.
It felt like just walking into your average, regular 1950s, 60s dad's garage.
Yeah, like if you're...
and all the shit he's accumulated over the years.
Yeah, if you lived any kind of rural life between 1930 to 2004, you've seen a space like that.
Yes.
And so, like, to me, I was just like, yeah,
what's artistic about that?
Yeah, it's like, this is... I mean, I guess, like, the placement of things, like, to do it purposefully, I guess. It's akin to, like, when you look at, like, a movie scene and you, like, see, like, papers everywhere. It's like, well, they, like, intentionally place those there. So it's akin to that. But, like, again, it was just, like... I literally pointed to a workbench and I said, my dad has a workbench just like this with a clamp and like all this stuff on it. Like this is just home. Like this looks like the inside of my grandpa's old barn when we were like, it was just dumb. Speaking of barns, there was the one that was just like the 4 panels of wood that were painted white. Remember that one?
It's like how is that art?
Like, okay. It sets a really low bar and like I genuinely think I could come up with something and like sell it to the museum.
Oh yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah, I
it's crazy.
That. Yeah, weird. Very weird.
And as long as you put like an explanation behind it that people can like philosophize over, you can't not argue that it's art.
Well, with those types of pieces, I feel like I need the explanation.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm really going to be like...
But I think the artist is like, I want you to make your own interpretation of it.
You ain't gonna like my interpretation, man. Help me out.
Hey, it's shit. It's great. Yeah.
This is unoriginal. What is this?
There was the one that was just the wires sticking out of the wall.
Oh my god!
We thought something was stolen.
I thought that was like, oh, they're about to put a keypad or something here. no, that was a piece of art. It was a bunch of wires.
And there was one like metal box thing, like it was on the wall that had like some bars in front of like a little opening, and I was like, that looks like you could hide your thermostat.
Yeah. Like in most office spaces where they don't want you to touch the buttons, they put a thing.
Yeah, it looked like a thermostat cover. It was so weird. I don't
get modern art at all.
I liked like way above those two doors with that walk-through barn garage area. There was that little window.
Yeah.
That had like the little fan. I was like, that's cool. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I was like, that's
I was
that's
intrigued
unique.
to know, like, well, what's up there? Like,
yeah. There was a lot of like, and you're looking for like the information on it, and it's like on the wall across the way. It's like, why isn't it over? Like, who's doing this stuff?
Yeah, it's.
But with that being said, I think we had a lot better time than we thought we were going to.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, at least I did.
Oh, I did too.
Lots of being on your feet and just like shuffling through, which, got to us eventually. My knees and your back started to hurt. Just like, I don't know, I need to like move faster.
Me too.
Like,
I'm the same way. With me, like standing is like, as long as I'm moving faster than we were, obviously, my back is good. But the moment like we stand in one spot, it's like I'm down. It's chipping away quick.
Right. I did find it funny. Like there was a few times where like I saw people like sitting in front of like a piece of art, just like
they were just taking a sit break.
You think so?
Yeah.
Nobody really looks at art that way anymore. They did have the option to like bring your headphones, which I messed up and left mine in the car, but you could basically get like audio tours, which maybe we should have done at least for like the modern stuff.
I know that. Oh, I didn't think about that. That probably would have been helpful.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess if you're going to a museum by yourself, that might be more useful. I mean,
if you're going to a museum by yourself, you're a fucking loser.
We saw quite a few people, like, so I won't knock it.
I would never want to go somewhere and not be able to be like, look at this fucking shit.
Well, and that's the thing. I liked, even though you forgot your earbuds, I liked that we could kind of like dish on our thoughts on stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, I didn't miss the fact that we didn't do the guided tour.
And part of having like the headphones, the real reason that we planned on taking them was that in this app they would have curated music playlists for like the room, or I don't know how they did it. Well, next time we're not going to LA again, but if we ever do and we go back to that museum, I would be curious to see how it works.
Yeah.
But that's what we were gonna use it for.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you said, like I was kind of glad that we didn't, because we could like, which I guess we could have each had one in and still kind of like talk shit.
Yeah. But then it's like, okay, well, we're gonna pause what they said and I don't know.
Right.
I liked how it ended up happening. So.
Have you ever done an audio tour of any sort?
In like a museum? No.
No. When I went to Alcatraz, is that it? I get that and the Harry Potter prison mixed up. Alcatraz.
You mean Azkaban?
Alcatraz. Are you sure?
Alcatraz. It's on your little shave cup.
Yeah, I don't
Alcatraz.
look at that.
Talking about like in the Bay Area former prison. Yeah, it's Alcatraz.
Okay, I don't know. I get it messed up. Alcatraz. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, when I went there, they did like the thing where you like carry the thing and had the headphones in,
okay.
and you would like walk to a certain. They're like, go to number whatever, and it would tell you. That was cool as hell.
Okay.
It was super cool. There was even some points where it was rather chilling, like they would do noises of like the cell like closing, or like the noise of like a mess hall kind of thing. You were there? Yeah, it was weird, dude. It was weird, but very cool, very insightful. And I was with my family, so I was kind of just like, yeah, I don't want to hang out with them anyway. Like I was in college, so I was like, I don't want to be around them.
Gosh,
I want to talk to chicks and Alcatraz. So maybe, but I feel like we would eventually just been like, I don't care. Well, or like, how long am I supposed to spend on each piece? Like, is there a 5-minute thing on every piece? Like, I'm not going to be here for 6 hours.
Yeah, that's what I wondered too.
Or can I just skip or maybe you can just select like, oh, I want to know more about this piece.
Oh,
Boop, that would have been cool. I don't know. So it would have been nice to know how they did it, but that's my fault.
It's okay. What else about that? Oh, so we spent longer than we anticipated at the museum. So we're Hopping in the car, heading to Kohl's, which is, you know, the initial reason for the trip, right?
Yep.
And this was like 4:15, a little after 4 o'clock.
Yeah, probably.
So we head on over to Kohl's. It's what, like,
it's like 5-ish by the time we get there.
Yeah, it's like a 30-minute-ish drive. And we come, you know, and I'm so glad you didn't. We passed by the spot
it's a good thing we were trying to podcast.
Yeah, we missed the turn to park where we normally park, and thank goodness you did. So we passed by the inlet. We rounded the corner where Kohl's is, only to find out there's a line of people that's the length of the block.
Yeah, like nearly to the corner.
Yeah, we were like, ah.
And we were so hungry because we hadn't eaten.
We hadn't eaten all day.
Because we left at 10:45 and 10:45 trying to get there by noon. And it's just like, well, we're not going to stop and get food because that's just going to waste more time getting there. So, yeah, that was frustrating because it's like, the place is closing down. If this many people actually liked them, then
they probably would have stayed over.
They should have gone. Yeah,
we've gone like 3 times before now,
and it's been like,
and we've never
had to wait.
Yeah, much less be outside.
Yeah,
I mean, we might have had to wait for like somebody to bust a table real quick. But there was never been a wait, and now the whole damn country wanted to show up, and it's like, well, why couldn't y'all always be doing this?
And this takes me to my next point about like why LA sucks. Like the city itself, I actually love LA. I love being there. The vibe is cool. Like this is where the magic happens, kind of thing. Like it's got a ton of history, Hollywood, blah 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 blah.
The getting there and the parking.
The parking sucks, but it's like those are things that you just accept. You go, this is gonna be the case. Just deal with it. I can't stand people. The people fucking suck. Your ass. If you're from LA, you fucking suck. Because like, you fucking greedy pieces of shit. Like you wait for a restaurant to be closing down before you go to it.
Yeah, to show it love. Yeah.
Like you're so fucking entitled to be like, it was here for 116 years, it's gonna be here another 116. Well, no, it's not if you don't go.
Exactly.
So like, yeah, you're pieces of shit, and then because it's easier for them, they'll just be like, oh, we'll walk there, or like take whatever, and like that's our meal for the evening because they're probably used to waiting to have to go into places.
Jeez, that amount of people, that was easy. And no, it's not like the space. Not like the space, and they have that many tables inside. That was usually like a 2-hour wait. I'm like, there's no way I'm standing another 2 hours.
No way.
No.
And dude, it just made me so upset because it's just like you guys are so entitled and so greedy, and you just take everything for granted. And then when it's going to go away, you're like, oh, I have to get it one more time, which I guess is what we did. But we live far away.
Yeah, we live far away.
And trust and believe, if we would have been nearby, we would have frequented that so often.
Hell yeah. And ironically, I because their last weekend is the next weekend, like the 3rd, August 3rd. And so I was like, well, let's not go the last weekend because I assumed like a crowd might show up. So I was like, let's go on the weekend before. No.
Honestly, the time to go would be like tomorrow on a Monday.
Oh, I know. But then, like, yeah.
What if it's not? What if it's still busy? And like as we pulled up, it's like there was kind of a feeling of like we should have known. Yeah, we should have.
But like, again, like to me, if every experience we had with the place had a wait, it would like, okay, well, we should plan this and strategic. But
or we probably would have just been like R.I.P.
Yeah,
and just been like that was that.
But there's never been a wait, so that told me like maybe people, and we've always gone on a Saturday, so it's like
not like at like weird times. It would be like dinner time, or like lunch,
or like, before a night show of a play, or so it's like.
It's frustrating.
I had zero reason to assume the wait was going to be like that based on prior experiences.
Yeah. Yep. That was very irritating. Especially like, man, that's the place that got me into old fashions.
Aww.
They had those awesome pickles, those spicy pickles that as we were driving there, I was like, how many are we going to get? I was going to say, we were planning on
buying jars. Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. And it's one of those things like, maybe if we could have like ordered ahead, but at the same time, they'd probably been like, we're not doing like takeout orders. Like, I don't know. Because of how busy it is going to be.
I mean, I kind of feel sorry for
whoever worked there.
Well, that too, but like people working there in these last couple of weeks. So that line, I'm like, oh, y'all ain't getting breaks. Like,
and they know that they're not going to have a job in a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I have to work my ass off for this place that's not even going to, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, that was,
it was heartbreaking. It was disappointing.
But like you said, it's a good thing we decided to go to the museum because
the level of hot I would have been if we gone there just for that to encounter that, I'd have been like,
And like in hindsight, now if we would have known that we could have gone to the museum late, in hindsight, by the time we got there, we probably would have been like, let's just go to Kohl's first. And
but I halfway wonder if that line wasn't forming before they opened, honestly.
Likely, yeah, that's true. So LA sucks solely because people are greedy and take things for granted.
Yep.
That's my biggest issue with LA. Not even the people are probably fine, but they take things for granted. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
You guys don't know what you got because you have everything
until it's leaving.
Yes. And that's frustrating.
Yep, and here we were traveling 90 miles to patronize it one more time.
90 miles, 2.5 hours. So then we were like, well, let's go to one of our faves, Cheesecake Factory. But then I was like, well, we usually get reservations. Like, see if you can get one real quick. There wasn't one till 9:30.
It was 9, yeah.
So we're like, we're not going to do that because we literally had a stroopwafel in the morning with our coffee.
Yeah.
And that was it.
We're coming up on 12 hours of not having food.
Yeah, and we were surprisingly calm. For not like hangry, we were like whatever, like we were fine.
So then we thought to do Lucille's.
Let's try Lucille's. Let's see what a wait there is. What it was like
45 to an hour. So that shook out there. So as we were leaving the Victoria Garden complex or whatever, we swung through to see what P.F. Chang's had going on.
Yeah.
And honestly, when I walked in, well, first of all, what I thought were people sitting outside, it was actually like their patio seating area. So when I got, I was like, oh, these aren't even people waiting. But when I walked into their little foyer, there were like a couple of people sitting in their waiting area. I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, but a couple parties, like, it's probably like a 20-minute.
Yeah, so I walked up and I'm sure I had a look of resignation on my face, just given the level of disappointment, each of our attempts have had all day. So I was like, what's the wait for a party at 2? I literally said it just like that. And she was like, oh, well, she was all perky jerky. She was like, if you want to sit in our lounge, you can go sit right now. Or if you want a table, 5 to 10 minutes. I was like, show me to the lounge. Yes. And I texted William and I said, park.
Yeah, because when we pulled up to Lucille's, you went in. I was like, well, I'll drive around and I'll wait. And maybe, if I find a spot, I'll take it. I did find a spot. A dude was pulling out. I was like, sick. So
and then I texted you. I said, 45 to an hour, come back.
I was literally doing a thing. I was going to back in. I literally did the thing where I turned to like angle my car. And I looked at that and I was like, oh, nope. Put it back and drive and turned away. There was nobody waiting for it. Like, there was nobody like else behind me or anything. So it wasn't like I was like taking somebody. But that was my first time at P.F. Chang's. Really good, very good Chinese food. Very good.
I like their ambiance. They had nice drinks. Service was excellent. It was
did a little dinner for two kind of thing.
Yeah, they call it like a
chef's feast. Yeah. I guess it was like it could be up more than two, but the appetizer wouldn't have changed. So it was perfect for us. We got egg drop soup. We got some crab wontons.
We each got an entree.
That we shared, and a mixed drink to boot, which I didn't appreciate that they named their drinks a certain way, but it was like I got a jade margarita.
But it tastes like a regular margarita.
Yeah, it was like, dog, you could have like added a little food coloring to make it more green, like, I don't know.
I wanted to have like an Asian theme with
for sure, which is like, okay. But the one we saw on the menu, that like red dragon one that was like smoking,
pretty,
I should have got that. I should have got that. What was yours? Like
they called it
Chinese New Year sangria?
They called it a red. Was it dragon?
I don't know.
It might have been red dragon sangria. Now I think about it.
But but that's the things where it's like, you got me. Whereas like I thought it was going to be something special. But luckily there was a special going on with margaritas at least. So that's why opted to get
and
that.
they came
it was still
in,
good.
And they, I mean, talk about, again, for the dinner hour and having availability, like that's, I mean, the time it took for me to text you Park, like that dude had already come over. I was like, can I get to start with something to drink? And I was like, I'm waiting for another one. He's like, I'll bring you some water. Like he was quick and on the spot. Like we never had it to like.
Never. That's a sign of a good restaurant for sure. At least a good server.
Yeah.
But they also probably just want to turn people over. I mean, that's how you make money in restaurants, right?
That's fair. But he never gave the vibe as like rushing.
No,
either, so,
not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can. Once we ordered, like that egg drop soup was out within probably 3 minutes.
Yeah, and then the app came, but we're barely like 2 to 3 bites in on the soup. And
that soup was awesome.
I mean, we were cold for the day museum, and even that restaurant was cold too. So that soup hit.
Yeah, it was good. And I haven't had egg drop soup in a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I haven't had it in a while, and I feel like the last time I did have it, it was
at best.
Like it needed some salt or something. Yeah. So this was perfect.
It was so perfect. Good.
Yeah.
They had those scallions in it. They were just
so good. We need to remember PF Chang's in more than just a last resort capacity, because they were solid. They were solid.
Yeah. The wonton, like they used real crab clearly, and that was really good. Yeah. I got the honey. It was like crispy honey chicken, which was basically orange chicken.
It's really good orange chicken. Yeah,
basically.
And I got, what did I get? Oh, chicken lo mein, like something basic, but it was really good.
We tried to figure out the difference between lo mein and chow mein. No idea.
Yeah, our best guess is the
thicker
thickness
noodles,
of the noodles. Yeah.
So yeah. And I feel like there was something else that I wanted to bring up with the museum. I found out that I liked really dark, messed up art. Like there was the one guy that had like the World War I art, where it was just like fields of dead bodies, like decaying soldiers, and I was like, this is phenomenal. It was all black and white. I was like, this is great.
I can't say that I'm surprised. I think I would have been more surprised if you're like, I like this painting of poppy fields in a meadow. I would have been like,
the fuck?
Yeah. So it tracks.
That's true. It was very metal.
Exactly.
I was like, the first thing we walked into was like the German expressionism. I was like,
you were like, this could
go south real quick.
But I mean, as far as like war themed stuff, that we saw, and based on the date that it was created, it seemed like it was more World War I centered. Yeah. I didn't see anything World War II related.
No. Which they probably either suppress, or like you brought up, that's probably in Germany or in a museum.
That or in a Holocaust museum or something more specialized. So.
Yeah. So, but I was surprised at how much I enjoyed that era. And like, even like some of the Russian stuff, I don't know, like there's something about just like, this person was like capturing like depression or like hard times, or just like two people, like two, like there was the one Russian, I don't know if it was a drawing or a painting, I don't remember, but it was like, there might have been a statue, or I don't remember, but it was like two, like a guy was like playing music, was like two people like sitting together, and they were clearly like not noble people.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
It was a man and a woman, and he was playing, it was a sculpture.
Yes.
Okay,
it was a sculpture. I don't know, they just capture like the not
just regular life.
Of just people. And I think I enjoy that more, because it's like the extravagancy is like, that's, who's that for?
Yeah.
You know,
who can relate to that? I guess, anyway.
Just to be like, wow, that's a lot. Like that was some of the Indian stuff, like on the tapestries. It was just like, this is a lot.
Yeah.
It's intricate. There's a lot going on. Like people getting smushed by demons and stuff. It's like, okay. It really was.
Well, I mean, the explanation had to clarify, because I couldn't tell if it was something sexual, because the woman was naked.
Well, it still might have been, and they were just
because remember when we approached it, I was like, is this some kind of secret stuff? What's going on? But for the description, I was like, oh, this is a demon trying to kill her or whatever.
Right. Oh, there was the one that you really enjoyed, that we both really enjoyed it, but that that African American expressionism, whatever they called it, it was like the statues of the like African dolls or figures or whatever, and then there was like it was painted as a shadow. It wasn't a real shadow, but it was painted as a shadow. And go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say it had like on the wall, like these. I almost want to say it kind of looks like Black Panther-y, but not necessarily like not the Marvel Black Panther, but like the movement in the 60s, 70s. Like these 70s figures dressed in all black, and they had really big fros, and like the hair was made out of like sequins. I mean, I did take a picture of it, so we can put that there if you want to see it.
You did? Okay, cool.
But yeah, it was really cool, and I don't know, it almost, I don't know if you want to call it like an installation. I don't know. Can it be called an art piece? I don't know.
It's a piece. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
But it was creative. I liked it because it was almost like a reference to like an ancient time to like a modern time. Like it was kind of like a timeline callback, which was
and also
cool.
It's like African American culture has done its best through trials and tribulations to like hold on to that like the roots of Africa and like all that stuff, and like here's kind of how it manifested, here's where it came to.
I like that.
That was very good. That was very cool. Probably the one modern piece that we really enjoyed. Well, besides that water one.
Oh, the water.
That was very cool. There was the one modern piece was like just like a neon sign that was like
we're all in this together.
We're all in this together. It's like that's not... this is something you put on Instagram. You know what I mean? Like genuinely, that's like a post that you see on an inspirational Instagram.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was like okay, and it's like, are all the wires hanging from it and the power strips? Is that part of it?
Yeah, that looked kind of eyesore-ish to me.
So it's like, if that's part of it, okay, but also maybe put that behind the wall somehow. Like figure out a way to, I don't know. It was just very trashy and weird. So yeah.
And then the final piece we saw, the Metropolis 2.
The Metropolis 2. When we looked at it and we were like, what is this, an autistic kid's afternoon? Because it was just like basically like man-made Hot Wheels tracks amongst like play blocks, like build up to be a city. It's like all right,
like cityscape things.
I
mean it was pretty big. Like
it was big,
taller than like the tallest was probably like 8 to 9 feet tall.
Yeah, but it was also kind of eyesore-y. And as a Canadian saying, they're sort of eyesore-y. In that like. They had those like support beams just like all over the place and holding, and it was just kind of like you couldn't figure out a better way to do this, or like put the art on the outside or paint it, anything, dude.
That did detract from it somewhat.
Yeah, so it was like, okay, like I have to look past this like construction site of a I don't know, and so like there was like little Hot Wheels cars that were like sitting like on this ramp thing, and then like toy trains. And the more we walked around at once and we were like, maybe these are supposed to like move. And then we caught like the hours of operation sign on the wall, and we're like, wait, that doesn't match the museum's hours. So, and we noticed that one of them was starting in like 6 minutes or whatever. It's like, let's hang out and wait. And then
we
assume is the artist, because he was dressed like a trash bag basically. He had like sweatpants and like a scrub top
shoes,
on,
just some socks on,
and I'm pretty sure he had like pens and stuff in here just to make people.
Didn't he have like a smock of some kind on?
Yeah, it was like a scrub top basically, and it like little like pens and pencils just so people know that he's an artist. And he wore like a little beanie. It's like, you fucking douchebag. It's like, wear a suit, wear a at least like a button up shirt or something. And he like crawled in, took his shoes off. It's like, dude, you're.
To turn these individual switches on to actually make all this stuff move.
And we're like, dude, you couldn't have made that a light switch that an employee could hit every 30 minutes?
Or
like
something on a timer. I don't know. That was kind of weird.
It's like, because that would have been cool if it would have been like, oh, it's on a timer. And like
just all of a sudden it just comes to life.
That would have been cool.
That would have been really cool.
But to be like, I have to go turn it on.
Crawl in under the tracks and get the center.
And you didn't think about that? Yeah. Like, do you want to make this easy on yourself? I don't know. Like, it was just like.
That means he has to show up there in 1 hour intervals, because
just sit there for 30. Well, it's like, what else
he has to turn it off too. So I mean, he's just there all day. That's kind of
probably, but that's all he does. That's his whole job. He probably sold that for $2 million or whatever, and he just goes and chills. And
they were like, for $2 million, your ass need to be here 8 hours a day, every day, turning this shit on.
I bet you it was more they were like, you know, like, we want to do this in like 30-minute like intervals. Like, how can we can we get like an employee to do it? He's like, no, I have to do it because it's my piece and I don't want you fucking up my stuff. Like, artists are such dildos. They really are.
Also, I found it weird that for an artist to be with his work, like while it was running, he just kind of stayed in the center of his piece. Like, he didn't come out and like interface or allow for questions or dialogue. Or he's just like
if he would have come out like 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes before it, and been like, "Hey, I'm the artist. I worked on this for X amount of time." You know, like a little bit of something. Like, obviously, like there can't be like too much like inspiration. It's just like, it's a city. I get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is kind of a microcosm of a big city. And so I don't need like explanation, but it would have been cool to have like a presenting Metropolis 2.
I mean, and when you think about how often in a museum setting do you have the artist there? Right. Like, like, obviously he's dead now, but like, what if Picasso just pulled up? Like, you want to like, hey, well, what inspired this? And you know, whatever.
Yeah. I almost thought about being like, hey, are you the artist? Like, I genuinely thought about asking, but I was like, I don't care.
He was definitely giving not social vibes.
So we walked around it once, like, while it was going, and it was cool. It was mesmerizing, strangely mesmerizing. It kind of reminded me of, like, remember when we went to Frankenmuth and they have all those like little towns that you can buy? That's what it reminded me of, like the things that people put on their mantelpieces that are like little kids skating on the ice rinks and stuff.
Or like how I know a lot of people, you know, have like these like Christmas setups in their house where like a train goes on the edge of their wall. You know, it was kind of like something like that. It reminded me of it too.
Yeah. And it was well made. Like, it was cool. Like the cars, like they would go to this top of this ramp and then they would split off and
take these different routes. Yeah,
it was cool. It was cool. But we were there for probably 5 minutes to walk around it, looking at it. And we were like, okay, got it. Do you think when it was done?
Oh, sorry.
What did you think?
I thought you were gonna say, do you think people stayed there and watched it the full 30 minutes?
Oh, maybe.
I was gonna say yes.
Do you think when it ended, those people applauded? Like, how gross would that have been, right?
I bet you at least one did.
Yeah.
Because there's
one pretentious douche.
Because there's in a movie,
the artist's boyfriend,
like a movie theater premiere weekend, there's always somebody that's going to clap at the credits, and I'm like, you know, the person that made the movie is not here, right? Okay. Right.
So weird. Yeah. Art is cool. Artists are weird. That's how I feel.
I mean, they have to be, in a sense.
I suppose. Yeah, but that's true. That is true.
Yeah. So I'm fine with contributions to our consciousness as artists. They know I can, you know, but I don't expect them to be normal people, because if they were normal people, we would just have art flourishing all the time by everybody.
True. I think the one that probably irritated me the most, and it was because of the description we got, the chandeliers.
They should have just called it chandeliers.
Just call it chandeliers, man.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what the title even was.
It wasn't chandelier.
It wasn't chandeliers. So basically they were like these like reflective silver spheres that had these rods, also silver, protruding from them at different lengths, and some of them had light bulbs, others just had like clear glass things or spheres or flat discs, whatever. And at first we were like, wouldn't it be cooler if they all had lights? Like, why wouldn't you do that? Yeah. Like, that seems like the obvious thing to do. Yeah. And then we kind of went and read the description, and we're like, oh, they're supposed to be chandeliers. Like, oh, that's cool. Like, I could imagine that one. Like, if I had a big, like, double staircase thing of it hanging in the middle, like, that would be badass for sure. And then I had to go on and read what the artists...
This is a case where the inspiration paragraph did not help it.
Ruined it for me. So it was like, basically like, each rod is a depiction of a timeline, and every 6 seconds the time doubles, and I was just like, just say it's a cool chandelier. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, nothing about this says anything about time. There was no, like, I don't know, it didn't make any sense to me. If you would have been like,
or if they were like, it represents like what happens to a star at the end of its life and explodes. I've been like, okay,
cool.
I get that.
I love cosmology.
Yeah. If it was something like space related, I don't know.
Yeah, if they were like, each rod is like an equivalent distance to like a star from our star or some shit like that. I've been like, oh wow, you put some thought into this, like,
for sure,
or like measurements and all that stuff. But it was just like, that was the thing where it seemed like he made it up afterwards to tell the museum to up the price, because it seems like you have to have something like that to get people to like be invested in it, or you just call it untitled and just like leave it blank. But then I would prefer that in something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
because I don't know,
it's just a cool light installation.
Yeah, but it's like, then it's like, if you just call it a cool chandelier or whatever, there was like 5 of them or whatever.
Yeah.
Then, but that raises the question of like, well, why isn't that just like in Home Depot, like in amongst like the ceiling fans? I'm sure there's something similar to it in Home Depot.
Not that size,
but that style. Yeah. Where it's like protruding lights. They could have called it like
cosmic chandelier.
Literally anything other than what it was. Like we don't even remember what it was, but that wasn't it.
No.
Yeah.
And they hung low.
Yeah, like you could have walked right into it.
Yeah. It wasn't high like a traditional chandelier. Like you could. Some parts of it were eye level.
Yeah. Also, the level of trust that they had on the average person walking in there is immense.
Well,
it's like you got these first century pieces where you could just go touch.
That's like, why they had a bunch of docents per room.
Yeah, but still, like I could ruin it before they're gonna stop me.
I mean, true.
You know,
and are they prepared to like tackle down a person?
Exactly.
Like,
right. What is their? They have a taser or something like.
Also, I feel like each of those pieces probably has a sensor underneath it to where it's going to set off an alarm if it's lifted, if it even can be lifted.
Probably,
yeah. I mean, it's a movie, but remember like in Entrapment when they get that mask and she puts a wad of gum on the sensor, she's lifting it off because I mean, things like that are protected. For sure.
It just, I don't know. It just seemed like they were just like, hey, don't touch anything, and we're like, okay.
Yeah. Well, and you'd questioned like, well, why don't they have stuff and behind a protective shield, especially knowing how people are doing protests in like the Louvre or with the
right. Oh, dude, how awesome would it have been to have seen something like that?
Oh God, my body would have cringed, because something that old, like you can't clean it like without damaging it. But anyway, I mean, I get, and I'm assuming maybe nobody's done that because they're that trusting, but. If it was behind a protective glass, now you're adding a point of glare, and you're like, well, is that a...
Yeah.
You know, I gotta get it. So,
like, a lot of the Picassos weren't protected.
No.
They were just out on canvas, and it's like, that is bold.
Yeah.
That's super bold. They could just take someone and just be like, you know what I mean? Or even, they're like those old, like, rock pieces that were, like, part of, like, Mesoamerican, that whole thing.
Spray on my knee. Like, that could have been on the Picasso.
Sorry. But that's exactly like bacteria now. It's just like, I don't know. It's just very interesting that and people were bringing dogs in, which was like, what?
That's so weird to me.
So weird.
And it was a big dog, and it was not a service dog.
It wasn't clean either. Yeah. It had like dirty paws. It was like, dog. Dog.
I mean, I'm guessing the dog's paws are no dirtier or cleaner than all the shoes that are tromping through here, but still.
I suppose, but all it has to do is like shake and get like wet or dirt on.
If it's jolly, just slobber, just flinging and slinging everywhere.
Yeah. I don't get that. And
nobody ushered him out. He was walking through for a while. We kept running into him.
I saw one of the people tell somebody they couldn't carry their kid on their shoulders though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when we were at the Metropolis one. They were like walking up to it, and the guy was like, "Hey, you can't have him on your shoulder."
Interesting. I wonder why that is.
Probably so he doesn't fall into it.
I mean, if a kid is on your shoulders, if they're gonna fall backwards, not forward.
I don't know. But it might have just been like a general rule because the dad was like, he like stepped back from me. He's like, "What if we stand back here? Is that okay?" And he was like, "You can't have him on your shoulders."
Oh.
So it was probably just like a liability thing more than anything else.
They're like, but we ain't paying for your child's busted brains.
Right. But it seemed, I don't know, like way too trusting. Like those old, like I was saying, like those old rock pieces, like mural pieces, where it's like I could just like knock on this and chip it, like for sure I could have.
I mean, I don't know how the MO of people inclined to vandalize, but I would imagine the motion of doing that, they would be like, you know.
But again, like if I'm gonna do it,
You're gonna be
saying
about
something.
It.
Yeah, you saying, well, not that. Like, once I go like this, if you go da da da, I'm still gonna, if that is my intention, is to deface it. You being like, don't do that, isn't gonna stop me.
That's fair.
I don't know. Very, very interesting. There were times when I was like getting close to things and I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't.
Well, I know I was, especially with things where it's like it told me whatever material it was, and I'm like, that doesn't look like wood, or that doesn't, is that painted? And I would get like all like. Or
sometimes the script was very small and you're like looking at like, how do they do that?
Yeah, and then I'm like, they're just okay with my hot ass breath on here, getting this close and looking at it, but.
Just this millennial bacteria that's never been exposed to. Yeah, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, like, it is just rock and wood and stuff. Like, but I don't know. Like you said, like, if I can't just get my hand oil on it, like, who's to say that like whatever's in my modern breath.
I don't know if you noticed, like, like a foot away from the wall on the floor were like these grates. So I wonder if that was like a push the people stuff off.
Probably.
So, yeah.
I let out a huge fart.
Of course, that was.
It was in the modern.
Too loud.
It was in the modern part, so I felt like this. If anybody said anything, I'd have been like, "That's the newest installation." This is modern art. This is modern Japanese art.
This is a cautionary tale of when you have one in the can and you think you can ooze it out, and it comes out way louder than it should.
I will say that was not my first fart that day. So
well, the other ones were apparently successful because that was the first one I heard, and then you were just ripping ass all through.
Yeah, I was batting like a good 600. I think I let out 2 or 3 before that one.
Oh my god!
And that one was
just
loud.
Artsin and Fartsin.
Yeah, that was loud, and
because you looked at me and I almost wanted to be like, what do you want me to do about it? I'm gonna run. Like, you're gonna have these people think I did it.
The thing is, like, I farted, like, it came out, I was like, oh, and I looked around to be like, what can I blame this on? And there was like nothing.
The way you looked at me, I was like, like that didn't come out of my booty.
It was rather loud. But if I was somebody else and I heard, that would have made me laugh. I'd have been like, that's hilarious. But I guess that's just me. I don't know.
So wrong.
Yeah.
Somebody got more than they paid, more experience than they paid for an admission that day.
The best part is, like, if it smelled, which I don't think it did because, like, I know my farts.
Okay.
If it smelled and someone, like, walked into it and like, cause
you weren't in the old art part of it. You couldn't have chalked it up to like, oh, that's just the smell of
not that, but
the earth in 1000 like, BCE.
This is part of the installation. Like, is this what I'm supposed? This is like a part of the experience. Like, how would they know? Like, because there was somewhere like you'd walk into a room and there would be like music playing with like a video or something. Like, okay, this is all a part. So what's to say that smells can't be a part of that?
Okay, so wait, sidebar. Did you watch Looney Tunes and in particular Pepe Le Pew commercial or cartoons as a kid?
Yes.
So there was one cartoon where I don't know if it's the Louvre or just some other museum, and Pepe is walking through, and like as the because they do like the swirls to account for the skunky smell, and as it hits these different works of art, especially if they're embodying people, they would like the art would change. Like I remember there was one with like this loving couple on a park bench, and then his aroma wafted by, and then that park bench got up and took off like a horse, and then like that one the Gleaners painting where it shows a bunch of people like on a farm, and then that waft hit, and then like a lady that was picking something, she shoots a gun and everybody scatters. That's what happened probably with your fart. It changed the art.
Hey, it probably made it better because it was in the modern art part. So
you made some of the swirls fall off or blur or bleed or
that should be my art installation. That's what I should tell them. Like, I'm gonna eat like a surf and turf from Red Lobster, which was gonna be our final destination if we couldn't get into
after
PF
the
Chang's.
first, second, third, fourth options.
That was going to be where we went, and I was going to get surf and turf.
You won't have to sleep in another room too.
Probably. But I'll be like, that's what I'm going to eat, that beans, and I'll just sit in this room and just release like the most heinous farts.
Oh, you're so wrong.
And it's just to show that even
don't even make that face. Don't get your artsy face on.
Just to show that even the people that you think, and that I would wear like a tux and like be like clean shaven and be like, even the people that you think are like good and nice in this world, this white man that's dressed in a fancy thing, he still stinks like shit sometimes. And they would have to accept that.
Oh,
they
my
would
God.
have to. You have to. In fact, I'm going to write an email.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have to, like, can you just conceptualize something and sell the concept? And be like, I'm going to do this.
First of all, I don't think any installation is going to be able to promote aromatherapy by way of booty farts.
It's not aromatherapy. It's art therapy.
It's an attack, is what it is.
No. You're misinterpreting the art.
Okay. You trying to start fights in a museum?
No. This you know what's going to be going in. Just the whole room smells like fart when you walk.
And then when nobody opts to go in, then what?
It doesn't matter. I already have my money.
Good luck with that.
It literally doesn't matter. Don't watch this, LACMA. Dude, it doesn't matter. Like, they've already paid me. That's how it works. It has to.
So in that room of you with your tux and you're just sitting in the center, the wall is just going to be lined with a bunch of Renew-Zits or whatever, Air Wicks or whatever.
That's a part. No. It's a part of it.
No.
And then at the end of the day, they go spray some Febreze.
You just in a room by yourself all day.
That's fine. I get $2 million for it.
Okay.
Let's do it, dude. Maybe part of the tux is like I sit in a chair facing away from the audience and you can just see my ass crack. Maybe we do that too. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there, but like that. It's performative art.
What is happening?
It's not that far off.
At best, you'll get dudes to come to that.
Whatever. I don't care if people go see it. You're missing the point.
I don't think they're going to buy that.
I think they have to. Based on what we saw, I think they have to. The wires coming out of a wall, you have to take my fart art. Fart art? Yeah, that's what it's called. At least it has a fucking name.
Oh my
Not just going to be like
gosh.
Untitled Fart Piece. That's a better one. I'm going to go with that. Untitled Fart Piece. Because every fart is different. That's the thing too. It's ever changing because no fart is the same. It's like snowflakes. Every fart is unique. Hit me up, LACMA. We're gonna do this thing, man. I'll drive to LA if I have to do my untitled fart piece. That's the only way I'm dealing with the traffic. I'm gonna go do my untitled fart piece and I'll go check a Dodgers game later in the night.
You got this all planned.
Yeah, and then I'll go to Kohl's because they're gonna stay open after this surge of fucking people going over the next 2 weeks.
Nice.
It would be nice.
If all that results in them staying open, I will retract my hate towards all those people in line.
Oh, I still will because it's like you still should have gone.
Yeah, you should have been patronizing it all this time.
I hope it's a marketing ploy. I hope that they're just like, we got you, like, and we're
then
just.
That would make
just
me
kidding.
mad.
Would it?
Yes.
At least they get made enough money to stay open.
I mean,
like,
I might get over it a few years later, but that would make me mad in the moment.
I would be like, hey,
because they had like articles and like radio bits about it.
Exactly.
Like my mom heard it about it on KFI. So
hey,
it's like
maybe
you did all this just to be like, psych. No, that would piss me off.
Put that in the museum too. Modern art. You could argue marketing is an art form. You could argue it. I don't know if I would agree with you necessarily, but I feel like you could argue that.
I feel like that's a case-by-case basis.
True.
I wouldn't say blanket it's an art form, but
true,
if done well and
well, just like painting isn't always, like if I paint, it's not really an art form. It's just
if you fart, it's not art form.
It depends on the context through which it is presented, I think. Like, could I do an art installation where I go, this is going to be bad, but I'm going to do it in front of you. I'm going to show you that art can be bad. You think they would accept that?
No.
Oh. Yeah, I have a better chance with the untitled fart piece.
No.
You're right.
No.
You're absolutely right.
No.
Thank you for showing me the light. By the way, if we ever go back, it's going to be my intention to try to fart as much as I can throughout the museum.
So what you're telling me is you want to ride on the hood of the car?
I'm not going to fart on the way there, just while we're there.
Oh, and you'll get it out of your system before we go home.
It reverberated really nicely. Because like, dude, when we were talking, we were like trying to be quiet. because we didn't want anybody to hear us talking shit about all the stupid.
You didn't let your booty know about that.
Yeah, well, that was that was like one of those times when you see something and you go, "What is this?" You turn a corner, you're like, "What the fuck?" Actually, that's when we saw the wire thing, I'm pretty sure we were both like, "What?"
Yeah,
like,
and there was a guy, one of the docents was standing right there. I was like,
do you think if you're too loud and obnoxious, they'd be like, "Hey, you gotta keep it down"? Or do you think it's just obviously it's like the standard?
I think if it's prolonged, they would.
That's fair.
Because we hear some kids,
yeah, that's true.
And they weren't shutting them down.
Yeah.
So,
well, keep an eye out for Untitled Fart Piece coming to LACMA soon, probably, hopefully. They have to. They have to take it. They have to. It's better than a lot of the stuff that was in there. So. And I'll come up with like a thing to say and be like I'll read out my diet, but that I ate beforehand, like before I sit down.
So you want to pre-gross people out?
Yeah, it is what it is. It's the Untitled Fart Piece. I
feel like this is turning into a fart version of wine tasting. There's notes of refried bean and fried shrimp. Can you smell it? Can you smell the boucle?
Now, can you tell what the steak was marinated in beforehand? Because that's really what I was going for, is can you smell the marination?
Can you smell the booty juice?
Pom, pom, pom. Okay.
Oh my God.
Let's wrap it up. That was over an hour of us talking shit on art. So.
No, we didn't even get to anything.
We didn't get to the topics. That's all right. We'll save it for next time.
All right.
Follow us on Instagram at Willie_D20.
And Eb_Nick.
I'm available on TikTok under the same moniker. Is that the right word for that?
Yes.
That sounds like a word I probably shouldn't say, though.
As long as you hit that K and don't make it hit that K hard.
So follow me on TikTok as well as my YouTube page. God damn it, Bo.
Bo wants you to follow him too, apparently.
Yeah. What am I forgetting? I'm forgetting
if
something.
you have any topics or things you want us to talk about or movies you want us to watch and discuss, hit us at thickthinpod@gmail.com.
Yeah. Check out my comedy shows. Thanks to everyone that came to the Improv. If you came, it's tonight as we're recording, so I have no idea, but I'm just going to preemptively thank everybody. We had a great time.
Yes.
We usually do, so I feel pretty safe in saying that.
That's a safe bet.
Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.